Hi everyone, again, Jakey, second video, but this time I have a timer on my phone for 18 minutes. So this one should not be an hour long like the rest. This is going to be talking about my physical struggles. I kind of split up my struggles into a few different outlines. So this is my physical struggles one, and I had a lifeguard at my gym help me put this outline together and make sense, kind of. So I'm plan on just reading like directly from the outline and not going off into other stuff here and there. So I'll try. Shout out to her. I won't say her name. Thank you. Yeah, so let's go. Physical struggles. Okay, background information first is with the brain injury inside your brain, there's 1.5 million things, but there's connections to each neuron. And when you have a brain injury, it's like shaken baby syndrome basically. Like your brain rattles around in your skull and smacks against your skull 100 million times. And when it does that, it breaks all those connections. The connections can't grow back. You can make new ones. You do that every time you learn to do something new. You make a new connection. But they'll never grow back. And basically, when you have a TBI, traumatic brain injury, all those connections, or most of them, break in half. And they don't go back. So basically, all my connections, or most of them, broke. And then since I was in a coma and I was laying in a hospital bed, I didn't really relearn how to do anything right away, at least. So the whole time I was in a coma, I was just laying in the hospital bed, not learning anything. So I kind of forgot how to do everything. So to say I was a baby again, I've joked about it, but it's not a joke. I literally had to learn everything all over again. So after laying in the hospital bed forever, I pretty much forgot how to walk and how to do everything. I had to be reborn again, like I just said. And one of the biggest things with learning how to re-walk again is when you walk, you land, heel, and then you roll on your toes. Heel to toe. Heel to toe. Well, for me, sorry about the stopping. Brogan keeps being loud. So, when you walk, you're supposed to go heel to toe, heel to toe. Well, I'm not sure why, but it's pretty common, I guess. And after a brain injury, you tend to go land with your affected side, the most affected side, my left side. My left foot, when I would land, it would just be on my toe, which ends up looking pretty messed up how you walk. So, heel to toe, that is the biggest, back then, right after when I started using the walker and stuff, it was just toe. 5 years later now, if I think about it, I can land on my heel every time. But that's a lot easier said than done. Like, for example, I want everyone watching this to, next time you go walk somewhere, think about every single step landing on your toes. Just every single step, land on your toes. It won't come automatically, you have to actually think about it. Try and do that. So, that was heel to toe walking is, yeah, it's a big thing for me and I'm getting better at it. I'll eventually not do it, or I will do heel to toe every single step, but that's a struggle that I'm going to be working on for a while. Now, balance. But my balance is thrown way off. Like, for example, when I was in the hospital and I first started doing stuff and getting dressed, I couldn't stand up and get dressed. I had to sit down and put my pants, shorts on. I had to sit down. Sorry. Okay, so in the hospital, I had to literally sit down to get dressed. I couldn't stand on one leg and put my pants on or shorts or anything. I didn't have the balance. And I mean, I didn't even have the balance for like, when you go to catch yourself from falling or taking a quick step to the right to catch yourself, I couldn't and still can't really do that. But I'll get into that. So, my balance is way effed up. Yoga definitely helps with that. I mean, yoga helps with everything, but yoga has helped the most with that exactly. And I'm pretty sure, like I said earlier, my dad says that I went from walking with a cane to walking with nothing, not needing anything. It was the fastest transition to nothing once I started doing yoga. After I started yoga, that's when my dad would notice that I would walk from here to my truck with nothing, or here to there with nothing, and yeah, so now it's most of the time I don't use anything, and thanks to yoga. So yeah, that's yoga. Now, another, I say everything is a big thing, but they're all big. So the next physical struggle is typing. Now, my left side is the affected side, and my dad says that right when I woke up from a coma, I could use my hand fine, my left hand fine, totally, and then it eventually started kind of closing up to the point where it was locked shut. I mean, my dad couldn't even pry it open without me screaming bloody murder. So that was my left hand. Now, after my dad, so I keep getting off track because Brogan keeps interrupting. My hand. So my hand was locked shut. I mean, after my dad prying on it, I had to wear a couple splints to like keep it. I had to wear a couple splints that would keep my hand flat or try and keep it flat. Yeah, so that was a problem with my left hand. Now, to go into that more, typing. I'm a kind of a computer nerd, and that's what I graduated college for, doing that stuff. I was a pretty fast typer. Now, I can't remember. It really messed up my left hand typing. So I can type just fine with my right hand. I remember where all the keys are, everything. If I have to type something fast, I have to poke with my left hand. Regular with my right, poke with my left. Kinda shitty, but whatever. If I have time, I will sit there and practice with my left, but even doing this, trying to show you guys, my left hand just kind of goes crazy and does its own thing. So, that's typing, my left hand, and finally, the last thing I want to bring up is the sweating thing. If you've seen me sweating. Now, right after the accident in the hospital and stuff, my dad and everyone said that I was always, no matter if there was fans on me or it was freezing in the hospital, I was always sweating. I mean, drenched. Disgusting, right? So, I don't know how to put it, my sweating thing, I sweat a lot. It's gotten a heck of a lot better, but I still sweat a lot. And that affects pretty much everything because I always have to have a towel or something, or I always have to have something to wipe my face or something like that. So that's sweating, and that's how big of a deal sweating is. I don't know if you got that through this video, but sweating is still a very big deal. Those are my physical struggles as far as the outline goes, and what I still deal with, currently, is I still fall, not that much, but every other day or something I'll fall just over stupid things. Like the other day I was walking to the bathroom at work and I was carrying a bunch of stuff as usual and I lost my balance and threw everything and I fell on my ass. Didn't hurt, but it still happens every other day or so where I would just lose my balance and I'll fall on my ass. Another big one is, like I said earlier, putting shorts and pants on, like standing on one leg. If I'm putting gym shorts on, fine. I can stand on one leg, my left leg, fine, and put my right leg in one step. I don't need to hold on to anything. Putting regular shorts, khakis, something on, I'm pretty good with that. I can stand on my left leg and not hold on to anything, put my right leg in. Pants, I've gotten a whole lot better at. I can put my pants on in I think 2 steps now. I'll put my right leg in, make it halfway, and then have to sit on the ground. Stand up, pick it up, and then I can put it on the rest of the way. So my pants, putting those on, without holding on to anything. That's I'm still working on it, but I'll get it. So those are my physical struggles, and hey, look, 15 minutes, not an hour long. So looks pretty good. I downloaded what I thought was a good editing software, but I can't figure it out, so not gonna edit this video and just upload it as is. I have an outline for my mental struggles, like what goes on in my head, my compensations, like how I use my phone for everything now, and it is my memory, and then also like what has changed from before the accident to now, like how I went from drinking about 2 gallons of beer a day, joke, to 2 gallons of water. Those kind of changes, so yeah. Bye. Oh, hold on. Come say bye.
Bye, everyone.
Say bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
No, scream it.
Bye, everyone.
Scream it, baby.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Here's a little. Oh, I have a balance.
Say thank you. Say thank you.
Thank you. So
I love you. I love you. Thank you. No, tell them.
I love you and thank you.
Okay, alright.
Wait, no.